All right. Hey everyone. So we are in, where are we, guys?
Wendy's.
Wendy's. Like all the cool people go to Wendy's, right? So we're in Wendy's right now. We do this after church. It's like a common thing. Well, it's either here, we've done IHOP, but we're doing Wendy's. And so I have wrangled some friends to do the talk today in Matthew. So I'm going to read Matthew, guys, and then we'll share it, and I'll share with you a few things. We have 10 minutes. That's it. So we can just share stories if we get it all done quickly. All right. When Jesus, this is Matthew chapter 8, picking 18 through 22. When Jesus saw the crowd surrounding him, he gave order to cross to the other side of the lake. Then a teacher of the law came to him and said, Teacher, I will follow you wherever you go. Jesus replied, Foxes have dens and birds have nests, but the Son of Man has no place to lay his head. Another disciple said to him, Lord, first let me go and bury my father. But Jesus told him, Follow me and let the dead bury the dead. Initially, any thoughts on that? What do y'all? It's a kind of weird statement right off the bat. Background, he's doing some pretty amazing things, but Jesus is kind of an unknown prophet in this town. It's a pretty shocking thing for the teacher of the law to say something, but any first initial thoughts on any of that?
We need to pick up, we need to find.
Got a lot.
Thinking.
I put him on the spot.
I'm thinking.
All right, well, here, how about this? Teacher of law makes a lot of money, right? You want the Bible verse?
No, I'm going to look it up.
Okay, so teacher of law makes a lot of money. In that context, it would have been a religious, I would say even like a religious icon. Mm-hmm. And for that religious icon then to say to this poor prophet, I want to follow you, that seems like a bold statement though, right?
Right.
Would you classify him as at least wanting to follow? I mean, where are you on the thought? Would you say that to anyone? I mean, what level would it take you to say to someone, I want to follow you wherever you may go? That song, I will follow you. That's in my head. I apologize. But what would you guys say that context? What would it take for you guys to say, God, I'll follow you wherever you'll go? Well, what do you think about that? It's a tough one. I put everyone on the spot.
It is. I don't know. Well, I mean, I don't know. I guess if you're living and you're quietly listening, you can follow God. He'll put those places in there. I think it's different for us than it was then. And if it was someone saying now to me, I'll follow, or saying to me, will you follow me wherever I go? It would be family. It would be somebody I trusted, somebody that I knew no matter what. We would be okay.
Yeah.
So he had that trust in someone who was lower class than him to say, I'm going to follow you, and I know that it's going to be okay.
I like that. Well, that's the real reality. That's the honest part. When reading scripture, it's important to honestly look at it. But this idea that says he made a statement of faith. Mm-hmm. Now, interesting as God made a reply, hey, by the way, I don't have anywhere to stay. Mm-hmm. And I think it's interesting. By the way, you can read this same account, I think, in Luke. In both accounts, we don't know what the teacher of the law says. We don't know if he says, I'm all in, but he emphasizes and says, this religion thing you've been doing, that's your business, it's my life, and it's going to cost you everything. I mean, do you see that? Because you say nowadays, mm-hmm. Like if your family says, I'm going to follow you, that means you're willing to lose things. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, put your place in that. Is that a hard reality? Do we sometimes miss that mark when we say we want to follow Jesus, and then Jesus says, yeah, you're going to lose homes, houses, life? I mean, do we think of Christianity that way, that you're actually going to lose anything? I mean, we're sitting talking about God in the middle of Wendy's.
Right.
So, do we think of your walk with God that way? All right, what do you think?
I think we take it for granted here in the United States because we are at Wendy's. We are having a Bible study here. Not all places can have a Bible study in Wendy's, eating a cheeseburger. He later goes on to say, I have to bury my father first, which is family. like, no, follow me, and then everything else will be taken care of. Even though I don't have a home, or even though I'm just traveling from place to place, follow me, and everything will be okay. It will be up and down, but I'm the guy. Follow me.
Wow. I didn't ever connect those two. I always looked at those stories separately. But I like that, the idea that not only do you not have a place, but God's family is the higher connection than really horizontal family. That's a hard thing. But hopefully that connection with God will help bring it in. I saw that it's not like you're giving up on the other part of your family. It's just as long as you keep this family good, it affects the other. That's good stuff. I like that. Never looked at it that way, connected this two like that. You'd think I would, but no, I haven't. Cool.
Well, don't you think that Jesus is also like preparing him for what's ahead? Like, I just want you to know, like, God has given places for the foxes to be, and they've given places for the birds to nest. And I want you to know, I am the Son of God, and we will have no place to stay. Like, this is, like, I should have that, but I don't. So don't misinterpret the power that's been given to me by God and the power that I have as the Son, that you're going to go and this is going to be a grand thing. This is not going to be a grand thing. This is going to be a hard thing.
I think you nailed it. That's beautiful, because if you take the whole pattern back of what we've just seen, there's a lot of broken. And it's sometimes people kind of come so they'll fix the broken, but the broken's bigger than the physical.
Right.
And there's going to be cost.
Yes.
And that's an important thing. We have to be honest, right? It's the salvation is free. Discipleship costs everything.
Costs everything.
So it's and we need to be honest about that with Jesus. Salvation's free. There's nothing you or I can do, anything ever, to be saved. But discipleship is everything. It's every part of our life. It was funny. You were talking to someone in here,
yes,
and your daughter had said, "Why does she do that?" And it's like, I know why, because I do that. And it's like, that's ministry. That's discipleship. That's anyone that crosses your path. You're not just hunting people down, but they crossed your path, so you had to speak.
Yes.
And
God placed them here today in Wendy's, and it's discipleship. I am called to speak to him.
Amen.
Yeah.
Wow. All right. That was way deeper than I was planning that was going. You're scrolling something. Do you have one more thing before we wrap this up?
Just looking at the passage before that, he's healed the sick people. He's also healing this Pharisee, or the teacher of the law. We don't know if he was sick, but he was sick spiritually. He asked a deep question here about how do I follow you? He's asking, like, what do I do? He didn't have any elements of leprosy or demons, but he had something inside of him that he needed to be fixed, and that was Jesus. So he was trying to be fixed. So you go to Jesus, and he told him, you got to put everything else aside and follow me. Oh, okay. So that's what you must do.
How interesting. Leprosy and diseases, and maybe even demon possessed, and we'll talk further on that at a different point. But the teacher was sick but didn't really understand.
Yes.
He thought he was healthy. But if you realize the statement, he could be also saying, let me give you some clout. And Jesus is like, oh, you don't understand. Oh, bless your heart. You've got something to work on. I love that. That was awesome. All right, so that's it. We're running out of time. Guys, thank you so much. Can you all tell everyone who you are?
I'm Tara.
Julie.
I'm Matt.
All right, these are some of my friends. And there's another human that we're not talking about that's behind Matt. So, but thank you so much, guys. Have a great day. Bye.